Hey guys, how's it going? Coaching for the Soul, Thursdays at 3 has begun. If you're watching this live, hello, hello. Say hello when you come in the room. I will say hello once the program is done. This will be on the Facebook page, probably 8 o'clock, maybe 9. And if you're watching this on the YouTube channel, please subscribe, please like, and please leave a comment. Please. Okay. Hey, Chris. Hey, Kathy. Yes, so a lot to talk about. So I had to put notes today because everything is crazy and it's raining again outside, which is kind of weird. But hey, Nancy. Hey, Pat. Hi, Haley. Yeah, it's kind of a weird day. It keeps raining, like pouring down rain, then the sun will come out. And that pouring down rain, you think it was like July or June, but it's September. So, yeah. Hi, Billy. How are you doing today? In Florida. Yeah. But there's a lot going on. We are going to, it's going to be a crazy 3 months, everybody. So, September, 3.5 months, I'd say. It's already been a crazy first 7 days. So, it's going to get progressively worse. Well, we're halfway through retrograde, so it's only 8 more days. Then you got the shadow. So we're in the mid part of WTF land. Allison, hello, Allison Strange. What's going on? Yeah, so we're going to talk about that a little bit. I'm going to talk about what's going on up there, and we're going to talk about our intuition, and we're going to talk about also what's coming up as we get closer to 2024, because it's freaking going to be crazy. So we're all going to, the retrograde outer planets, which are out, right? Neptune, Pluto, Uranus, Jupiter, Saturn. They're wreaking havoc on us for a reason. And that's to get us to let our human third dimensional self go. They're putting pressure on us to change, putting pressure on us to move, putting pressure on us because they're getting us ready for 2024. Okay? And hey, Dorothy. And it's going to be tough. I'm telling you, it's do your guided meditations. I did my solar plexus, Steve Noble solar plexus video this morning with my crystals on my solar plexus and on my solar chakra down there. I don't forget what it's called. I'm way up here today, guys. So yeah, so it's going to be hey, Robin. So it's going to be a busy up and down kind of thing. Again, if you have your birth chart, look and see where Pluto is, which house is in, Neptune, Uranus, Jupiter, and Saturn. Because Saturn went retrograde this week. No, Jupiter went retrograde this week. Saturn's already retrograde. So there's 6 planets that are retrograde at the moment. And they're all here to change our lives. All right? Because the further out the planet, the deeper it is inside of us. Okay? It's our baggage. Hey, Laura. Right? So that's why we're finding it very, very hard to process things because they're putting pressure on us to move. They're putting pressure on us to, I know, Spirit says, and you have to make sense of that. You have to make sense of that. You have to make sense of that. You're all being guided, Spirit says. You're all being guided, into your future. Okay? Again, I will say this, because I'm saying it a lot all of a sudden. Everything that happens in your life, you signed the document for. Plain and simple. Okay? Soul journey, soul journey. Soul contract's the same thing, right? You sign on the dotted line. Hey, Tracy. And I said this to Spirit again this week. I'm like, first off, WTF, only I said it, right? And I'm like, okay, I don't understand. I mean, I do understand, but I don't know why it has to be so freaking hard. I don't understand it. Haven't I done enough? My God, I'm 63. Hey, Heidi, haven't I done enough? Come on, give me a break. Hey, Chrissy, right? So we all need to say that, but then I understand I signed the contract because I thought I was a badass, I guess. And Spirit responded back to that little comment of you are a badass. You chose to be the leader. You chose, Bill, to be this person because you have things still to do. And I'm like, I get that. But why does it have to, again, the retrogrades weren't hard for me until this weekend. They punched me in the gut and I'm like, what the hell happened? Last week was good, right? The first week of retrograde was no big deal, no big deal. Went to quantum healing on Monday or Tuesday, and it was playing with my nose. Sorry, guys. Went on Tuesday, and it was, man, check out all the stuff, cool stuff, cool stuff, cool stuff, cool stuff. And then Tuesday night, sucked in the gut again. I'm like, what the hell is that about? So I've been twirling a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Kind of twirling a little bit. So we're all going through it. But if you have your birth chart, it's very important. You'll be able to understand which house the retrogrades are in. What are the houses? The houses are the part of your life that matters. Everyday life, right? Capricorn, because that's who I am. It's my first house, about me. My second house is Aquarius. My third house is Pisces, right? I'm blessed with the fact that I start at the beginning of the year and they just go in tandem, right? My 10th house, I believe, I don't know what the 10th house is, I forget. Yeah, so it makes it easier for us to understand, and that's the key, is to understand as much as you possibly can about the process, okay? Because then you can talk to your ego in 3D and tell it exactly what's going on. We're going to be fine, because you're going to be fine. Is it going to be anxious? Yes. Is it going to be WTF? Yes. Are people going to irritate you during Mercury retrograde? Oh, yes. Everybody's angry, okay? Everybody's angry. And they're going to do things to you to make you look at yourself. Mine is solar plexus, okay? The way I think of myself, I don't know what else it is, but that's the main thing for me. Codependent, huge. Huge, 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 huge. Huge, 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 okay? So, yeah, it is, I've been codependent since I was a child because I was sick, right? I was codependent on my mom and she was on me. That's why I found out from quantum healing that that's where it all started, right? That's why I was such a good boy, because I didn't want to upset my mom. So I did everything, right? I had to be perfect. I needed to be her perfect child so she wouldn't be upset that I wasn't her perfect child, because she had two that weren't perfect. Well, no one's perfect, but in her mind, in her Taurian mind, she needed her son, me, the third boy, to be good and to impress her, okay? Past life stuff. Okay, so the codependency is huge. I just found out about it truly a month ago when codependency kept showing up on every place that I looked. I'm like, what is that about? I'm not codependent on anybody. Pretty much am. See? So it makes sense to me, right? If I wouldn't have seen codependent, which they'll make sure that you see it, right? If they need to get in your brain, if they need to get into who you are, because you think you know everything, because old timers do, right? 12,000 years old, right? Of course, leave me alone, I'm good. No, you're not, okay? So as they press those buttons, find out why, okay? Find out why. I had to Google codependency. I had no idea what it was. Codependent. No idea. I've heard of it, but I didn't think it was me. It's me. See? So, I know, God, energy is really strong today. But that's what people are going through wherever they have something they haven't looked at yet. Because guess what, guys? It's a race to 2024. And they have to get us there. I'm telling you. I've told you guys this for 9 months. 2024 is the transformation of all of us. All at our own speed, right? All at our own everything. But 2024 is the starting point of fifth dimension. And 2026, when Uranus stops being retrograde, which is it is revolution, changing who you are, standing up for justice, standing up for yourself, getting your voice back. Yeah, see? And they got 2 more years of that. 2.5, yeah. See? So you just want to make sure, look at it if you possibly can. PamGregory.com, okay? It goes right to Astrolab, and you you just fill out your name, where you were born, the time you were born. If you don't know the time you were born, just put 12 p.m. or 12 a.m. It'll come out pretty much the same, but that will give you your birth chart, your wheel, tells you where everything is at, and then it gives you a small description of in every house who you are and what planet is in there. Okay, if you want to know WTF is going on, because there's 6 planets now, and there's going to be. I think that Jupiter just went retrograde. So with Jupiter retrograde, everything that bugs you gets just exploded, and it's in your face, and it's like, what the hell happened? What happened to so everything that does forward, right, which is abundance, everything else, all of a sudden comes back on you. It's no longer big. It's pressing you to think about that big move, to think about, right? And it ends on the 28th, I think, of December. So we've got 3.5 months, okay? So again, with everything else. PamGregory.com. Someone wanted to know that again, okay? PamGregory.com. And if you guys have questions about it, just text me or Facebook message me, and I'll explain it to you, okay? So, first thing Spirit want to talk about other than that is that as we go through this process of elimination, okay, because we're all doing it, okay? Everybody's doing it. You have to grieve for what you've given away, for what you were allowed to let go of, okay? Because it's been with you for a really long time. Doesn't matter how old you are. People who are watching Coaching for the Soul are probably in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, okay? Maybe some older, but I don't think so. Maybe, I don't know. So we all have, I know, Spirit, okay. The humans that are young, the people that are young, will bring things from past life sometimes and need to clear them. The children, if they're born after 2000, right, don't have any past life baggage. They came clean. That's why they're so easy. It's easy. They're just chilling, right? But for us, anybody born before 2000 has got past life baggage. Some type of energy that you carried into this lifetime because your badass self thought, yeah, put that in the contract. I can get that done. Now is the time when we have to clear. Okay? So talk out loud to Spirit, right? Talk out loud as much as you can, right? Like, what the hell? I don't get it. Why did this happen? Why did that happen? Well, because they're getting you ready. So when you do let it go and you feel like, man, why do I feel so sad today? Because you let go of energy and thoughts and everything else that goes with it back there. Now you have to grieve it. Now you have to grieve it. Okay, James? Because we're all going to be leaders, guys. We're all going to be people that people come to. That people come to. See? And there's no way of getting away from that. You signed the contract. Okay? Did we know at the time that? No. As human beings, no. But our souls are like, get to work. Come on, let's go. Come on, get going. But they don't understand, for some of us, how much baggage there is. I've cleared a lot of mine. This codependency thing and the solar plexus, how I feel about myself. Because I'm really an introvert, guys. If I'm not working, I'm very comfortable not being with people. If I'm with people that I trust, we can have a conversation, right? But I'm not that guy, right? But if I see people that are in elements and things like that, or I talk to them, I talk to them like I don't know, a restaurant or whatever. I'm okay because I know them. Probably anybody that watches this that would approach me, I would know who you are. Okay? Because I'm a pretty nice guy, but I don't like a lot of people. Not people, but I have a hard time because of their energy. I'm very shy. I'm very shy. And people can't believe that I'm shy, but I am, unless I know you. That's a Capricorn. That's a Capricorn trait. Okay? So we're going into a deep dive. Thank you, Nancy. We're going into a deep dive of our emotions. Going into a deep dive of everything about us. Okay? So as stuff comes up, like my codependency, my solar plexus, which I was told in July was not running properly, was kind of clogged. No idea what it was. Had to look it up, right? Got an aura done at one of the psyche fairs I was working. And this guy, Jack, says, your fun center's like, there's nothing there. I'm like, no, I don't really have fun. I don't really have fun. You know, the last 4 years have been a growing process, have been brutal. And that happens with all of us. We're going to have spurts where we're just going to be in the mud. And for me, being light enough to receive the money to buy the house and move, yeah, I get what they're doing. I just don't like it. See? So when you all go into this deep dive of stuff, dreams, feelings, right? You gotta write them down. You gotta write them down. Okay, you gotta write down. Today I felt like crap, you know, and my heart was breaking, but I don't know why. Well, love lost, death, so kinds of things. Friends that have left, right? So it is all about not understanding it, but acknowledging it. Let them do their work. That's the key. Let them do the work. That's the key. See? Because it starts with feelings. It starts with, and then it goes like to conversations that you hear or you see something, and then it goes into dreams, vivid dreams, colorful dreams, or weird kind of dreams. And it progresses from there. Okay? Into attracting certain animals to you, certain insects to you, because your energy goes out there and they go, especially dragonflies and butterflies, okay? They're spiritual beings. They're spiritual animals, and they can sense, oh, that's a spiritual person. Oh, I like that girl's energy. Oh, I like that boy's energy. Oh, I like that. It isn't even danger. It is like, oh, no, I like being in that because they're spiritual animals from the universe. Right? God, whoever you want to call it, right? Sometimes they know more than we do, Spirit says, which is very, very true, because both are ancient insects. Okay? They're both ancient insects. So as we go through this freaking deep dive, we're all going to be challenged. Mercury retrograde, because it is communication, challenges us the most. This year we got 4 of them. This is the third. We got one more at the end of December into Capricorn in January, which is like WTF, right? So it's about that. My cough is back. What's that about? So we just want to make sure that we're documenting it. And the reason that we want to document it is to write the thought out, right? Because then you can look back at it and you can either burn it or keep it. Okay, take it outside, burn the paper, right? Because then it, in a sense, you put it on the paper and that is helping to set it free so that you don't carry it, anymore, okay? New moon is on what day? The 14th and 15th, okay? Set your intention. Especially now, what do you want by the end of the year? Not just a month, what do you want by the end of the year? You want money? How much? New house? How much? New job? Okay. What do you want to do? A new man, a new wife, a new girlfriend, a new boyfriend, whatever it is. Getting pregnant, whatever it is. Because after this supermoon we had, right? Intentions are high. They're very high, right? Because that supermoon pulsated in Pisces, which again is water, which is love, right? That's what 2024 and beyond is about. The age of Aquarius has begun. So we have to make sure that we, again, write your intentions down. And on the new moon, In America, I believe it's the 15th. In England and things like that, I think it's the 14th. Ours is in the afternoon. So that day, speak your intentions, what you want, right? And give them until the end of the year to produce it. Because with all the retrogrades, I'm not working on 30 days, okay? Because things are moving so fast, but yet so slow. Quantum energy is moving us faster than ever. And our bodies feel it. I've talked about this a million times, right? But we got to talk about it again because we forget. When we're exhausted, when we don't have any motivation, right? When you don't have any motivation to do anything, that's okay. That's okay. Try to go to work, right? You don't have to be the best at everything because a lot of people think they have to be. That's survival. That's survival. Been there, done that. It doesn't work. It did back then. For 3D, it's fine. But if they're trying to move you into 5D, which is going to happen in 2024, and then beyond, right? They can make your life hell. And they will, right? Because you signed the document that said, sure, I'll do that. Sure, that's why you're here. That's exactly why you're here, is to help other people, to love other people, to show other people what 5D is all about by living it. By actually living in it. Because we're going to see in 2024, especially 2025, the separation of people. Okay? Separation of people who believe and the 3Ders who don't. Okay? And that is when people will start to die for no reason. Okay? Yeah. Because everything's moving. They have to get us into 4D, deeper into 4D by 2024. Because if you look now, let's just take the social status and things like that in the U.S. That there's more and more strikes because it's time for people to get paid. No more companies are, no. In Detroit, here, the big three are going to go on strike this week. No, next week. Okay? I'll guarantee it's going to be a long strike because I've lived here my entire life on and off, right? And pretty much in the Midwest, but I grew up around here in Detroit. That's in my blood. Because I heard it all my childhood was about cars. And this strike is going to last a long time. Because guess what? The old way of the car companies starving the workers out on the picket line are done. They're going to let that happen. Okay? Because there's no production backlog. There's no cars on lots. There may be some that haven't been shipped. But back in the day, there was cars. I mean, just absolutely boatload of cars in fields. Because they made them, right? There's none of that anymore since the pandemic. Why? Because contracts coming up for everybody across the United States. And they're not going to take 12 cents an hour. No, they're not. As the upper class, mostly white folks, right? In these CEO jobs and executive jobs are making money after money. No, they're not doing it. That's why labor unions are good. They're good. They will suffer so that they can get what they deserve. Because everybody deserves not to scrunch pennies. Everybody deserves a fair wage. That's 4, 5, and 6 dimension. And we've talked about that before, right, Chimes? Is that it's going to get flipped where upper loses a lot of money. How? Because the workers are going to make more. Stock price will balance out. But it's not, in fact, by 2025, Spirit says it will not be about profits. Shareholders. And every time somebody says, Bill, how's it going to happen? Quantum energy, right? We don't know what it's like. We do, kind of, it zooms by like this, right? 10 to 100 times faster than third dimension. So those of us that watch Coaching for the Soul and other programs like this, we're kind of in tune. Some days we get it more than we get it out than we do in other days, right? But as we become accustomed to it, we'll understand how the oceans get clean, the streams get clean, the lakes get clean, right? Because there's people who are connected deeply to the universe, connected to, 2 separate planets, right? 2 separate areas in the solar system, above the Earth, let's say, who are being guided with information from the universe, from those people that put us here, or those beings that put us here. So it's already in the works for everything to come good by 2026. Well, how? Quantum energy. We don't know really what that is. But if you look at where you started in 2023 in January to who you are today, you should notice a difference. What you think about, what you worry about, what you think about, what you worry about, what you think about, what you worry about. If you're worrying more, you got work to do. If you're worrying less, which is the point of trust, right? Allowing, flow, right? Stop trying to make it happen. Let it come to you. That's the way it is. So all of the things that are going on now in America and around the world are life-changing things that are all going to stack up and switch the energy like that. We're already in it. I mean, I feel it. I look back at January 2023, I'm a really different person than I was 9 months ago. Really different person. More trusting, more flow, more everything. Because I finally got tired of the shit, right? And trying to understand what the fuck is going on. It's not worth it. Screw that. I'm not going to think about anything. I'm not going to worry about anything. I'm good. They're always going to take care of us. That's the point. You cannot manifest money that you didn't put in your soul journey. Because you guys did. So did I. Remember we talked about the ancient money from before. And I listened to this card reader. The YouTube card readers are popping up left and right about stuff. It's their way of showing me the way, right? I'm a guy and I'm visual. Every guy is, right? This is good, but sometimes I doubt. Sometimes I need to have a video that says, oh, that's what that is. Okay. So card reader yesterday was, again, I'm guided to these people, right? And she talked about the gold, the gold that Capricorn put away from past lives. I went, what did she just say? And I backed it up. Yeah, the gold in this card solidifies that you put money away for now. And I went, no friggin' way. Come on. Really? And so everybody, yeah. Because remember when I had my soul retrieval? I think that's what it's called. And my friend Lori went underneath and down under, whatever she was calling it. And I had that big blob of gold above my head. And they said, and Lori asked her asked my guides that were all in Hawaiian shirts, what is that above his head, 3 inches above his head? They said, that's his ancient gold he put away for now. Okay, that made me go, oh, so that's where our money's coming from. Because we put it away for now. Ancient money, right? But we have to be in a place, an energy place, to receive it. Because if you're not in that space, look at me as the poster child for that, it ain't coming. Because if you're still in your 3D self, with all your baggage, thinking that you know everything, thinking that you got this. Oh no, I know. No, you don't. Even I don't know. Even people like Lori Lipton don't know. It's like other people, they don't know. Because we're not supposed to know. You have to get to a vibrational level where they will bring it to you without anything happening. But they won't bring it to you if you still have third dimensional thoughts. If you're not doing guided meditations, if you're not Look, if you don't have a YouTube feed, if you don't look at Facebook, if you don't look at Instagram, anything you're gonna put on the TV? No. Like for myself, I look at YouTube probably 3 times a day, sometimes 4 times a day, and I have 3 devices. They're all different feeds, which is fabulous because I'll pick up my phone, or I'll pick up my laptop, or I'll pick up my iPad, whatever's handy. I just get the urge to look at Facebook, look at Instagram, look at YouTube, right? And there's so many videos, there's so much information that's on my freaking YouTube feed on all 3 devices. I'm like, this is so freaking cool. That's how they communicate with you. Because sometimes we need to see it first and hear it, and it resonates with our heart, right? And if you're in the flow, if you're in just absolute submission, right? If you just give up, go, okay, I know you guys got this, so I'm just going to float along with you. Is that okay with you? They're like, yeah, that's fine. That's the plan, is for you to just go, I give up. I give up. So then they bring you videos and things on YouTube. They bring you memes and things on YouTube or on Facebook and Instagram. I get some of my best spiritual memes on Instagram. It's amazing. It's amazing what they send to me because I need to hear it that day. I need to see it that day. And I like everything that I'm supposed to. The money, the car, the house, the ocean, whatever it is, type yes or whatever it says. Respond yes. Yes. I affirm. Whatever it says I got to do, I'm doing. Because they're bringing it to me for a reason. Why? To put my energy into that meme. Are the people that are posting it knowing what they're doing? If they do or not, it has nothing to do with myself. They brought me that meme. And if you don't believe that, stop doing anything on those things. You'll see your energy without Mercury retrograde doing that. Ooh, lift yours again. Because I'm telling you, everybody, when we get to 5D, we can do it telepathically. But if you're in third dimension energy, which is living in 3D, complaining all the time, you ain't getting nowhere if you're complaining all the time. If you're gossiping, you ain't going no place, right? Being judgmental to other people because of their race, because of the way that they speak, the way that they do anything. You're not no. That's on you. See? We learn those things from other people. Because in third dimension, it's about the collective of effed up people. We're all struggling, and we get into these little tribes, right? There's no tribes in 4 and 5D and higher. It's the collective. It's billions of people together doing the same thing, like it was in 3D. But that doesn't serve us any longer. So if you're living in that place of anger, living in that place of I didn't get mine, if you're living in a place of WTF, if you're living in a place of I deserve mine, why is it so hard? Well, guess why? You're making it hard. Because you're not doing the things you're supposed to do by putting your spirituality first. First. You're putting your needs first. Gotta be selfish. You're telling yourself 5 to 10 times a day that I love you. If you're not doing that stuff, you're not loving yourself. You're not saying your affirmations every day. If you're not showing your gratitude every morning for waking the frick up, and also before you go to bed, what happened today? That was good. They know the bad stuff. Spirit, please don't let that happen to me again. They're like, dude, who you pleading to? That's on you. If you notice that you're in the bad space, change it. Change it. I don't want to go to work today. Change it. Because you may be the light in that office, that light in that factory, that light in the whatever, in the store. That everybody changes their energy. Well, they'll never change, so why should I do it? Because it's you. Who gives a crap about them? They make it hard. Okay, so you're conscious of that. Push that energy away. Surround yourself with divine white light, because everybody who watches Coaching for the Soul is protected by their guides in the universe with white light. Like saran wrap, everybody. But ego, chat, doesn't allow us to grab hold of that because it's fear. Oh my God, I'm going to suffocate. Oh my God. No, stop. Stop bitching. Stop complaining. Stop gossiping, right? Stop watching stuff like that on TV, on your computer, on your phone. Change the dialogue in your head. Change the dialogue in your body. Getting enough sleep. How much spring water are you drinking every day? If you're not drinking spring water, at least 5 or 6 of these a day, and using the bathroom every 45 minutes to an hour, this clears everything out of your body. You can even bless it if you want. I believe it's got so much good stuff in it, my body's going to use what it actually needs, and it's going to flush everything out. Watermelon is another thing. You should eat watermelon every day if you like it. So much great vitamins in there, and it's mostly water, but everything that grows in that watermelon, your body sucks it up because we don't eat right. Mostly because we don't like ourselves, we don't like somebody around us, we don't like our circumstances, we don't like, and we don't like. Change that. Or they're going to change it for you, everybody. Trust me. Been there, done that. 5 freaking years of struggle. I mean struggle. Zero money. Okay? When my business was nothing. It's back to being that. But somehow I have money. Why? Because my flow's different than 2018, 2019, and 2020. If you're complaining about something, feeling sorry for yourself, I don't understand why this is happening to me. Why do you think? Spirit, what's up? You gotta help me with this because I don't understand. What did I do? What did I do in this past life? What did I do in this lifetime to have this much stuff that I need to clear? You won't get an answer probably. But if you have a YouTube feed, and you have a Facebook, and you have Instagram, TikTok, whatever else is there, right? Guess what? Their energy, they'll feed your feed. And the thing is, you have to be out of this place of ego. Not gonna work. You have to learn how to control your ego. Have to truly understand how to quiet your ego. It's super important. Because guess what? Everything is moving quantum times 10, maybe 20, maybe 30, maybe 100. We don't know. All we know is our bodies are tired. You can't speak properly sometimes. That's me, right? I'm in 4 or 5D most of the day. Going to sleep can be tough because usually in energy that's on the planet now, with all the retrogrades, it's hitting you. Maybe there's 6 planets that are retrograde. It could hit you in 6 different parts of your body, of your life, or maybe 1. Mercury retrograde for sure. That hits everybody. About communication, we all talk. We all use our phones. We all send text. We all do emails. We all do all these types of things electronically. Mercury in Virgo, right? That's its home planet. That's its home space, right? That's why Virgo is such an SOB, because they want everything to be perfect. No ups and downs. Everything needs to be good. This is the level I need you to stay at, and if you don't, I will be mad. Okay. And then Mercury just kind of blows that up. But that's not perfect. Neither is that. Neither is that. Neither is that. You got to fix it. And it usually comes out of here. So when it's retrograde, it blows it up by 10. See? And everybody's angry. So it's about understanding that we're becoming superhuman. And we are. Okay? And those that are not, are not. But I'd hate to think somebody who watches the program isn't investing in themselves and isn't doing what they need to do to truly help themselves. There's help there. There's element packages. I'll say that one time. Website, elementsections.com or billhobart.com. They're all right there if you want to have an understanding of what you need to do. So there's things out there other than that you can own, right? You can go, okay, I'm going to focus on my spirituality. What do I need to do? And sometimes Spirit's kind of brutal. He can be brutal with people one-on-one. That's just because you need to understand that you're not going anywhere. You will stay in the cesspool until you change the way that you think. When, again, talk therapy. Perfect. Perfect. Finding a therapist can be one thing that saves your life from being down here in 3D and you feeling like you're being punished. That comes from childhood. It comes from childhood. See? It's not past life stuff. It's the parents that you chose to be your parents and the life you had surrounding you. Yep. So that in the later part of your life, you had to look at stuff and go, okay, I'm causing this. It's me. It's my energy. I'm attracting stuff to me that I don't want because I'm angry. I'm emotional. I don't know why. Okay. I didn't know why either. It wasn't easy. No one's struggle is easy. No one's clearing is easy. Especially with all the stuff going on in the universe and them trying to get us to 2024 and beyond. And anytime that you think, I don't know why that happened to me, you have to remember, I signed the contract for that to happen to me. I did. My soul did. Why? Because my soul believed it could overcome that. It's the human that stops us from overcoming. It truly does. It truly does. And that's the greatness of human. If you allow yourself, you'll be rich. Have everything that you want in your life. But getting there from third dimension sucks. It sucks. But people that I know that have been doing spirituality things for 25, 30 years are struggling like we are. Why? Because they're third dimensional greatness. Now they got to step to 4 and 5D and higher. So they're like children. They have to relearn everything like we do. They have to let go of all their preconditions. They have to let go of all their success. They have to let go of all of the things that they built their life around. See? And understanding that, okay, I chose to get to the plateau, making really good money. People know who I am. I love it. A little bit of ego's in there too. Awesome. And then all of a sudden the world starts to crumble. What's going on? I don't understand. I've been here for 20 years, 25 years. I don't get it. And guess what, sister, brother? It's time for you to crumble it down and then rebuild yourself. Rebuild yourself. Because that's what it's all about. And I'll guarantee you, not many people who watch this program are going through the great extinction. You're not. So suck it up. Start understanding who you are. Join element sessions if you want, right? Go see a therapist. It's the best way to get your human to understand why that happened to me. How do I understand it as an adult instead of as a child? Been there, done that. Always guided to do those things. Didn't know why. I was in misery for the first 25, 30 years of my life. Yeah. All the stuff that happened to me when I was a kid also happened to me when I was in my 20s. Because of me being gay, which nowadays seems kind of dumb, but back then, it was not something that you openly showed. Because they would punish you. They would fire you. Still today, we can get fired from our jobs. Yeah. Which again, is kind of crazy. But it's there. Does it happen? It does. It truly does. So it's about us. It's about us looking at ourselves and understanding that exactly the things that we have to work on. Because they show them to us every day. Every day. Every day. If you get up in the morning and you're feeling right? That's when you sit your tush on the couch after your coffee, after your shower, whatever it is, right? You sit there for 5 minutes and let that stuff percolate. Let that stuff just, bleh, and then write them down. Be surprised what's in there. When I was 6, I remember my grandmother, da-da-da-da-da. When I was 9, I remember my grandfather, da-da-da-da-da. Or my dad, or my sister, or my brother, or the neighborhood bully, the school teacher, whatever. I lost my brother, I lost my sister, my mom died, my dad, whatever it's going to be, we put those things inside of ourselves until in the past, we just took them to our next lifetime. Not this time, everybody. Nope. It's time for us to solve the puzzle, Spirit says. It's time for you all to understand the pieces are on the table. You just have to take the time to understand the puzzle. It's a great analogy because it's true. It's true. When I used to see people in my house at this table, which is round, they'd be sitting on this side of the table and I'd be on this side. And Spirit would show me how many missing pieces in their jigsaw puzzle of their life. They would show me their zodiac sign and how many pieces are missing. Great understanding, right? When they would say, yeah, my birthday's 7/2. Okay, the Cancer sign would show up and see how many pieces of that Cancer are missing. Then they would start to channel. And people would be like, Bill, you're kidding. Oh my gosh, how many? Well, this is how I can tell how old your soul is. Because if it's half gone, guess what? You're pretty young. If you got 29,000 pieces missing, guess what? You're really young. That's how they used to do it for me. I could understand. Visual. But we all have to look at our stuff and understand as much as we can. It's basically writing it down. In the morning, like I said before, if you wake up and you're in that space, we all get there. Trust me, we all get there. Okay? That's when you sit and you chill for 5 minutes or 10. Okay? Sit there with your eyes closed, feet on the ground, eyes just chilling. Not thinking about anything, clearing the mind as much as you can. Ego, shut the hell up. That's not true. That's a lie. Ego, stop. Ego, stop. Ego, stop. First one of your times, you might have to say that. Don't get discouraged. Because they will show you why you feel that crap that day. Maybe they work on you all night long and you're tired. Maybe you're angry. Mercury retrograde. Why? It's trying to bring up all the junk that you tucked away. That's what Mercury retrograde does. Because you need to vomit it out. You need to regurgitate it. How? Blah, 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 blah. That made me mad. That hurt my feelings. That was horrible, you said to me. You're going to lose friends. You're going to lose family. Trust me. You're going to lose them. My last 2, 3 years, they've gone further away. Was I perplexed? I was in my third dimensional head, but then after the holiday, I'm like, well, that kind of makes sense. Because I'm going to be 4,000 miles away. Almost 5,000 miles away. 6 time zones away. 6 hours away, I should say. 6 hours difference, right? So it makes sense that I wouldn't be as close to them as I used to be. Did it hurt my feelings? Yeah, it did. But then Spirit's like, what are you doing? It's okay. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Because guess why? Like Spirit always says, and I'll say to you guys too, you are here and they are here. Truth. Truth, baby, truth. You may think you're here. No, you're not. That's ego. I need to hold my... No, you don't. I've known them since childhood. So? What if you move from Detroit to frickin' California? Okay? Or to New York? Or to Florida? North Carolina? Texas? Any place else but here. There's people that moved up north to northern Michigan and they barely see their friends. You may call them on the phone, and that's intentional because they need to open you up to other adventures, other people. Like Spirit said to me on Labor Day, Bill, stop. They're not coming with you. I said, I know, but it's kind of, they're pretty much really super good friends. Well, Bill, they still are, but they're not in your orbit anymore. You might see them once a year. But Bill, you are here. and growing fast. Because we have to get you ready to channel those books. I know. Because when you're here, Bill, and you are open, that's when money flows to you. True. That's when you're able to buy your house. True. It's not down here, Bill. You've done all this work to get yourself to be here, right? That's when the abundance shows up. It's true. Because my energy is balanced. My energy is clear as much as it can be. I'm a very emotional person. Some of us are. I live with a person as a roommate who's not emotional at all. The combination is not good because I'm a person who takes care of folks with love. He's kind of a desert, but that's who he is. I accept who he is, right? Pretty good roommate. It's good. He does his thing, I do my thing. It's all good. But when I made that decision, right? 4 years we're down here. The last 4 years with him. Horrible time. Working on myself, trying to get my vibration to change, trying to do everything I possibly can, trying to do, instead of allowing it to happen. Because when you're in fear, you think you have to save yourself. And that's not true, that's a lie. That's ego. See? If you're always afraid that other person's going to leave and leave you with a great apartment that's pretty high rent and everything else, and I don't really have a great monetary flow when it comes to work, they've taken that away, okay? So if you want to donate, you can on my webpage and on the YouTube channel. That would help. But yeah, I have to go through that cocoon stage, right? We all do. We all do, right? And I know that was supposed to happen, my cocoon stage. It's the only way that I could get my emotions balanced. Balanced. Probably for the first time in my life, other than when I was going to therapy every Wednesday at 2 o'clock. It was balanced. It was good. See? So we have to take measures, or understand the measures, I should say, of why you're in that spot. Why am I in this spot where I'm not making a whole lot of money? Surrender. Just surrender, Bill. We'll take care of you. Just surrender. Stop looking for things to do. Stop looking for ways to make money. Let us bring it to you. Ding, and they have. See? That's what it's all about. How do I take care of my emotions? Looking at them, writing them down, and going, okay, that's a lot of shit. Whoops, sorry. Hopefully the video doesn't get banned. That's the way being real, Spirit says. Being real and understanding that the stuff that you carry is still there. And again, Chimes, did I think I was codependent? Not really. Did I understand it? Not really. I'm codependent. And I'm working on that now. Who'd have thought at 63 I'd be freaking working on codependency? They knew. My soul knew that this is the time we're going to have Bill go through and work on his codependency so that he doesn't feel that the roommate needs to stay, because if he doesn't stay, I'm going to be on the street, which isn't true. But my ego had me believing that, right? And he believed it. So he thought he had me. Now I got my voice back. The last, month and a half, maybe 2 months. I don't give a shoot about anything now. It's all back to the old Bill. I'm in charge, and mine, in this third dimensional world. But when it comes to my spiritual self, it's all flow. It's all flow. Is it easier for others than for others? Yes. Mine sucked. It truly sucked. It truly sucked. Yeah. Yes. See? So now I have to work on that. Because I feel the need to. It's my thing of, if they bring it to my attention, I need to work on it. Because that's why they're bringing it to my attention, right? If the same thing happens to you all the time, guess what? Look at it. Why do people treat me like this? Why don't I get what I want? Why don't I? Why don't I? Why don't I? Why don't I? That's all ego. Taking it and taking that and going, okay, Spirit Agent, help me work on that. Okay. And then guess what happens on your YouTube feed? A freaking meditation shows up. A video shows up about codependency. Really? That's all I had to do? Well, yeah, dummy. Don't you know that? I know that. Everybody has to know that. They've got the answers for you if you just freaking give them a chance. True. True. So retrogrades go into 2024. Okay? And then we have, I think my friend Jessica said, we have 2 months and 3 days of nothing in retrograde at the first part of 2024. And then guess what happens? They come back. Okay? So set your intention for the new moon on the 14th, 15th. Okay? What do you want to have happen? What do you want by the end of the year? What do you want? And you got to do work on that. You got to manifest it, let's say. Manifestation is only believing what your soul journey says. You're going to get it. Because eventually you are. But there isn't any sound plan to get you there unless you allow them to guide you. That's why they're called spirit guides. I'm telling you. Those are two big things. Check out your YouTube. If you don't have a YouTube feed, freaking join YouTube. Okay? I'm telling you. It's very easy. Instagram, Facebook. Again, do we have all kinds of time? No, you might not. But you can look at something, and they know you don't have a lot of time, so they're going to put what you need in first. Went to quantum healing on Tuesday. 2 hours of bliss, right? An hour of conversation and an hour of quantum healing for working on my body. Oh my God. I was up in the freaking stratosphere someplace. It's so interesting. It was, I mean, she said, Bill, you were way gone. I'm like, I was gone somewhere. I don't know where I was at. Come home, have some food, have some lunch, open up YouTube. What's the first video on my feed? The house in Maui. Because that's where you're going, Bill. I know. But they wanted to remind me, Bill, this is where you're going. It's right there. Right there, Bill. It was the old video, not the newest one. But for them to do that, after getting out of quantum healing, which we talked about the house, right? It shows, and I sent Brenda a picture of it. She texted back, really? I'm like, yeah, first video. She goes, that's amazing. Because they want me to understand it's coming. It's coming. Everything's coming, everybody. Everything is coming, everybody. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. You have to give them a freaking chance to get through the negative stuff that you're putting out there, because what you think about this negative comes right back to you. Positive out, positive back. Negative out, negative back. Times 10. Because they're going to beat you up as much as they have to get you to go, okay, I freaking give up. I give up. I can't do this. And that's when they go, yay, awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yeah, yeah. It's the way it works. Way it works. Hour went fast. So I'm going to leave the video up until probably 8 o'clock, maybe 9 o'clock on YouTube. Or no, on Facebook. It'll already be on YouTube. If you guys would please, tonight or tomorrow, if you could leave yourself a note, go to my YouTube channel at Bill Hobart and like the video. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Like the videos and leave a comment, right? The algorithms really kick on and send it more places when you guys leave more than hi, Bill. So if you can say you liked the video, that was pretty cool, this stuck out for me, this right there, anything is fine, but I'd like it to be picked up and spread, which I know is going to happen once I get to Maui in 2 months. So yeah. So thanks everybody. Namaste. Thanks for joining me. I appreciate it. If you got questions, you know where to find me. Okay. If you got questions about the birth chart, PamGregory.com. Okay, PamGregory.com. You just scroll down to the bottom of her page, and on the right in the middle there it says free birth chart. Click on that. put your name in, put your name in, the city you were born in, and the state and the time, if you've got the time. And I'm telling you what, you'll be surprised that you are the way that you are because of when you were born and the day you were born and how you were born. Yeah. So I'm going to see you guys next Thursday. Coaching for the Soul, Thursdays at 3. All right? See you guys. Bye.